temperatures are going to be coolest across the northeast metro and on up into the northeast Georgia mountains. 63 in Helen, 66 Gainesville, 72 in Atlanta, 71 Covington, 76 in LaGrange. So that's the trend there. It is cooler to the south and west of Atlanta, and it is, warmer to the south and west of Atlanta, cooler off to the north and east. That's the trend. Kind of a wedge of cooler air moving in. Very typical for this time of year, kind of the cooler air mass originating off to our north, and it flows, from northeast to south and west. Coolest northeast side, warmest southwest side, but everyone at least a handful of degrees cooler tomorrow versus where we topped out at today. Angela Moore on YouTube saying, very nice. Hopefully you like the forecast. Wish it was a little cooler. Wish it was a little bit more seasonable, but unfortunately, Angela, it is fairly warm overall. Also want to remind everybody, Angela and anyone else streaming right now, that we need to set the clocks back tonight. It is that time of year, going to the first Sunday of November. Make sure you do set it back 1 hour before you hit the hay. Otherwise, you're going to be a little off in your schedule tomorrow. Of course, phones, computers, things like that, they're automatically changing over. But we want to remind you as well for the alarm clock, stuff like that. Also in the car. Some cars, though, I think do automatically flip over now. Make sure that you are setting that clock back 1 hour. Excuse me. Monday, temperatures even cooler, upper 60s to near 70. The avatar, I think that says weird guy. I guess that's the avatar on YouTube saying, finally, probably referencing the cooler weather back in the first alert forecast. And tomorrow and Monday will be cooler. Upper 60s and lower 70s. Mountain communities far north metro, maybe low to mid 60s Monday with clouds and a breeze. I would say that feels fairly fall-like. Monday doesn't last long, though. We're back in the upper 70s Tuesday, election day, looking mostly dry. 20% chance of rain. Well, it's a 10 to 20% chance of a little shower here, mainly in East Georgia and mainly on to the north and east of the city of Atlanta. That's Sunday, Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, there are question marks in that forecast. We could get some moisture creeping up out of the Gulf of Mexico, a little front approaching us from the north and west. That could boost our chance of rain. Right now, no first alert weather day, but we will need to keep an eye on that forecast Wednesday, because it is very possible that we could have that forecast trend wetter. And if it does, and if it looks like your plans will be impacted Wednesday, if it looks like a Wednesday washout, of course, we'll throw on that first alert weather day. A lot of folks on chatting on YouTube. Sorry, I'm talking to myself and reading at the same time. Christopher Brady, you still live in Savannah, moved up to Atlanta. Appreciate the viewership. Thanks for tuning in and for watching. Yeah, we're always here. Part of the First Alert weather team. Others from Savannah have also moved up this way. Probably used to watch WTOC. Glad that you're now sticking with us here on WANF, Atlanta News First. Thanks for tuning in and for watching. Yeah, you spell it. I get it, though. You got to have that unique avatar there. And again, thank you all for watching. We're chatting with folks. In case you're streaming on Roku, Amazon Fire, Atlanta News First app, First Alert Weather app, one of these other places, wondering who I'm chatting with. It's folks on YouTube here at the moment. Atlanta News First is the account that we are streaming on right now. Dexter Green, good evening to you. Will be breezy Sunday and Monday. Breezier than today. Winds won't be especially gusty. But, it will be a little windier than it was today. We didn't have much of a breeze really at all today. But getting into tomorrow, the breeze will kick up just a bit out of the north and northeast. In fact, wind gusts not looking exceptionally strong or anything like that, but it will be just a little bit breezier tomorrow. In fact, here's a look at forecast wind gusts going deeper into our Sunday and our Monday. In fact, I'm going to have to edit the times here, so bear with me. I'm taking this weather graphic, and we're going to change up the time so that we can look deeper into the future and deeper into our Sunday and our Monday. And not only can I tell you what the wind's going to do, but you can actually see it here for yourself. Again, this is the wind gusts forecast. And just bear with me here while I change some of the data. Obviously, it is past noon on our Saturday. We are now into Saturday evening, so I want to make sure we show you tomorrow and then on into Monday as those winds do start to kick up just a little bit. Winds will be more out of the north and northeast if you're wondering direction-wise. And wind speed-wise, again, here comes that front tonight into early tomorrow morning. Notice how the winds kick up just a bit, gusting 10 to 15. As we get into tomorrow morning, it is going to be a little breezier, and by the time we get into tomorrow afternoon, winds will be gusting 15 to 20, maybe 25 at times. Not too windy out there, but it will be breezier with winds gusting stronger than 20. Would not be too surprised if up in the mountains, and you can kind of see this Sunday night into Monday morning, we get some wind gusts up to around 30 miles an hour. So it will certainly be much breezier than it has been, but I would qualify it as breezy, not necessarily windy, overall, and those breezy winds will continue into our Monday morning and then let up just a bit as we get into Monday afternoon and evening. Alex, watching from East Point, thanks for tuning in, man, and for watching on Atlanta News First YouTube account. And let's see, Walton County, okay, you're watching from Walton County, yeah, so Walton County, you're going to be cooler tomorrow, east side. And you're saying, welcome all the other cord cutters. Many thanks to A&F for the local content. Of course, we're here to stream. In fact, this is a really cool way to do the forecast because not only can we give you just as much detail, we can give more detail than on TV. There's no, official start point and end point. We can stream as long as we want to here on Atlanta News First Plus, and I can see the questions coming in. You can text us. You can send us a message or a comment on YouTube. Again, Atlanta News First is the YouTube account we're streaming on, and you can text us 470-777-WANF. That's 470-777-9263. And again, if you're watching from Walton County, it will be cooler tomorrow, and the breeze will kick up tomorrow in Walton County. In fact, Walton County and then deeper into East Georgia and on up into Northeast Georgia, probably some of the coolest spots as we get into tomorrow afternoon. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull up your forecast high temperature map. Not sure if you were streaming earlier when we were showing this map, but here's another look for you. Temperatures for you in the upper 60s to right around 70 east side of town, Covington, Conyers on up towards Athens, and then low to mid 60s on up into the northeast Georgia mountains. Viola Morel saying weather is perfect in Stone Mountain. It is a nice evening. It's mild, it's dry, very light breeze. Not much humidity. Yesterday when we had those sprinkles move in, it did get a little bit more humid, at least by November standards. But since then, today was a nice day. Lots of clouds, and occasionally those clouds got dark, and it looked like it was going to rain in the city. Did not. We did have a few sprinkles, very spotty light rain down near Lake Sinclair and Oconee earlier today, but that rain is kind of zapped. It's not around any longer. However, we are going to keep that 20% chance of a shower or two in the forecast. In fact, I'm going to now switch maps and take you deeper into Sunday and Monday so you can get an idea as to what the weather situation is going to be. And there's going to be a 20. Let's pull this clock back here. Notice how early tomorrow morning with that front moving in from the upstate of South Carolina, there could be a couple of showers up in east and northeast Georgia. For example, Walton County, Clark Oconee counties, on up into Banks County, Habersham County, and then into deep east Georgia, kind of out of the Atlanta News First viewing area, going back towards Augusta. There could be a couple showers early tomorrow morning. They're kind of fizzling out maybe after 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Some of these could get into Hall County, could get into Lumpkin County, could get into Dahlonega, perhaps even into Fannin County, Blue Ridge. So the northeastern third or so of North Georgia could be a little bit of rain early tomorrow morning. And then we're drying out, maybe clearing out just a little bit as we get into tomorrow afternoon. But I do think there will still be quite a few clouds around, even if this particular computer thinks that we're going to break out into more sunshine. We're going to repeat this process again Sunday evening into Monday morning. Once again, could be a few more showers moving in from the south and east, primarily east of I-75. So if you live in Carrollton, if you live in Rome, if you live in LaGrange, I think you're dry. If you live in Lawrenceville, Dawsonville, Blairsville, Athens, Covington, Eatonton, these areas, once again, out the door Monday morning, could be a few showers. We have that 20% chance of rain in the forecast for you. And Monday's shower chance could linger into the afternoon. Again, spotty, light. We need the rain, but could be a little bit of moisture around Monday. And we'll actually repeat that process again Tuesday before a more substantial jump up in our rain chance Wednesday. Dexter saying, does it usually Is it usually like this in November? Weather conditions mild? No, we are abnormally warm. October was abnormally warm and abnormally dry, and November has started on an abnormally warm note. The average high temperature, in fact, as I pull back up our high temperature forecast graphic, notice the upper left-hand corner. It's going to pop on your screen here now. The average high is 69. Tomorrow we're close to average. Today we were in the upper 70s, some near 80. 10 degrees above average afternoon after afternoon after afternoon. And that warm streak, a little pause on it Sunday into Monday, but overall, it continues. Christopher saying nice in Norcross, absolutely. It's a nice evening out there. It really isn't a bad one at all. I personally wish it were a little cooler. I love, seasonable weather for the holidays. Wish it was a little chilly outside, but it's a nice evening. It's been a nice day. And tomorrow will be nice too, just cooler. Lots of clouds. Could be a little bit of rain around in the morning, especially the east and northeast sides of the metro. Similar story Monday. We have the breeze, kind of breezy winds Sunday, Monday. We're going to keep the clouds, if not get a little cloudier, and knock back our temperatures back closer to average Sunday and Monday afternoons. Do notice by Election Day, though, we have that 20% chance of rain in the forecast. And it will be a decent day, a mostly dry day, but could be a little bit of rain around if you haven't voted yet. Headed out to vote on your Tuesday. An isolated shower, it's possible, but certainly not a washout. In 1986, it was 106 on Front Porch in Lilburn, Georgia. Not too surprising. We can soar into the hundreds up here. I'm sure that was a summertime number there. Probably one of the hottest temperatures, I would think, there. That's a big show on YouTube. One of the hottest temperatures you probably have recorded there in Lilburn. Thankfully, not 106 today. Angela Moore saying she likes the cooler weather, too. Wish I could promise cooler conditions, but as you can see in that first alert 7-day forecast, we warm back up. Temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday afternoons. Viola saying Falcon tailgate weather will be awesome. Yeah, weather is not going to be bad. In fact, more football-like tomorrow. It'll be a little cooler, a little breezier, maybe a little bit of rain, but I think mainly early in the day and not for tailgating in and around, the city of Atlanta. It should be mostly dry, but it will be cooler. It will be breezy, so if you have the tents up, make sure they're weighted down because the breezy winds are going to be back tomorrow. It'll be a little windier than it was today for sure. And going into Monday, much the same. Now they're asking, what's my favorite scary movie? It's not a scary movie, but I love the movie Signs. And also Sixth Sense, not a scary movie, but like that movie. Maybe some weather to watch those types of movies tomorrow into Monday. It's good days to be outside, but with the clouds, the cooler conditions, it'll feel a little more seasonable for those movies. Queen Anna saying, who wants cooler weather, LOL, from the Midwest? You should move there. I said cooler, not cold. We can deal with cool. It's supposed to be cool. It's November. It's Atlanta. By our standards, we are warmer than average. I'm just asking for average. Even for this southern state, this southern city, we should be cooler for this time of year. So certainly, Queen Anna, I don't want cold. I'm not moving to the upper Midwest, but cooler would be nice. A high temperature in the upper 60s. Our average is 69. That would be awesome, but unfortunately, none of that in the forecast besides Sunday, Monday. We're going to warm back up. Other end of the spectrum. Maybe another cool down as we get into next weekend. And while you all are here, now is a good time to talk tropics once again. We're going to talk about this more tonight. In the First Alert Weather app, we have an updated video as well. But even more so tonight, Atlanta News First on Peachtree TV. That's at 10 p.m. on Atlanta CW affiliate. And then tonight at 11 p.m. on WANF Atlanta News First. We are watching this area of storminess that is just starting to get that little bit of spin down here. And the far southern and southwestern Caribbean, really the Gulf of Honduras area there. That area is going to lift north. We're going to see more and more storminess, and we could see our next tropical system, next name on the list is Raphael, could develop anywhere within this big red blob. There's an 80% chance that our next tropical system will form in that blob, and then, a lesser chance that area of storminess north of Puerto Rico could also develop, just a 10% chance there. Really need to watch the Western Caribbean on into the Gulf of Mexico, though, because whatever does develop there will likely lift northward, and we could be dealing with a tropical storm, possibly a hurricane in the western Caribbean lifting northward into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, from there, it is likely to encounter cooler water temperatures. It is November, after all, despite the abnormal warmth. We've still had several fronts push into the Gulf of Mexico. Water temperatures are cooling down. That would favor a weaker system and kind of put a cap on how strong a system could get. Nonetheless, something to watch. Also, some wind shear this will be battling and some drier air most likely. But nonetheless, we could have a named storm, named system in the Gulf of Mexico, something to watch. And with fronts approaching from the west, we could see some of this tropical moisture drawn northward, kind of pulled quite literally northward into the southern, southeastern United States. Something we'll be watching here. Could contribute to some of our work week rain chances. Right now, no first alert weather days. In fact, forecast models in big disagreement on when we see peak rain chances here. Scattered rain possible midweek. May have to bump up rain chances next weekend if it does look like your plans are going to be impacted. If it does look like weather is going to snarl some of those plans. Of course, we'll throw on that first alert weather day, give you that heads up and that first alert. Again, stay with us. About to record another video, put it in the First Alert Weather app, talking about the cooler weather and the breezy winds tomorrow. That will be in the app here momentarily. If you don't have it, it's a free and easy download. Just search First Alert Weather or Atlanta News First in your app or Google Play Store. Also want to remind you again, more on the forecast tonight at Atlanta News First on Peachtree TV and on WANF 10 and 11 p.m. You can also give me a follow on social media. Cutter Martin on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, anywhere. Give me a holler. Not just myself, but the entire First Alert Weather team. Have yourself a wonderful evening.